Well then, well then, just when you thought you could have a nice quiet weekend with no football, not following Newcastle United, you can't. Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. And as I've just said there, crazy breaking news here on this Saturday afternoon when it's the winter break, there's no football, there's no matches. I thought, you know what it is, I'll have a nice quiet one today. I'm actually about to head out into town. And then this happens. We talked about it yesterday on the video. I put it on social media, loads of people, oh, what are you putting this out for? Never gonna happen. Bang! Where's all the haters? Where's all the pessimism now, eh? Every single time. I hope people learn, but they never will. But every time, oh, what are you being negative? What are you putting this out there for? It's all... And look what happens now. Our captain, Kieran Trippier, wants to leave. This is a quote. Who's this by? The Sun? No. You'll see it on your screen as well. Every time people say in the comments, where's the articles from? I always put them right on the screen so you can see. And Fabrizio Romano, Keith Downey, Pete Graves, Sky Sports, everybody's posting it now. So I'll have the apologies in there. Thank you very much. Because Kieran Trippier to Bayern Munich could definitely be happening if Trippier gets his way, apparently. All these comments on social media yesterday on my posts, all the ones on YouTube, well, he'd never leave, man. He came here in the first place for his family. And now the news today is that Trippier does indeed fancy that move away to Germany. As I said in the video yesterday, I bet he fancies a move to Bayern with his best mate Harry and the chance to win the Champions League and the Bundesliga. But no, anyone was having it. I was negative apparently. Realist. When will he realise the realist is in the room? Do you know what I mean? I don't do it to be negative. Don't try. I'm doing it because I'm a realist and I see it how I could see it happening. And once again, it feels good to be right, but no one will ever listen and no one will ever learn. You'll still get the absolute morons in the comments having their say. Well, this is for all the morons out there that Kieran Trippier does want to leave Newcastle. Yeah, it's coming. It's happening. Or is it happening? That's the thing. It's all over Sky Sports. It's all over everywhere now that today is indeed the day where discussions opened for Kieran Trippier to Bayern Munich. Newcastle United and Bayern Munich have been in discussion today over the sale of Kieran Trippier. A lot of reports were saying it was going to be a loan deal. That's what Bayern wanted. Newcastle have flat out rejected an approach for Kieran Trippier, loan or permanent, as it stands. So I think if Bayern came in with a good offer, Newcastle would sell, especially if the player wants to leave, as Sky Sports and everyone else is saying. Trippier is very keen and open on a move to Bayern Munich. So if he gets his way, if Bayern come in with a good offer, then that could change absolutely everything. Because at the minute, if they're coming in with this loan deal or a loan with an obligation to buy, doesn't make sense. Doesn't help us in the slightest, that. Doesn't help us for FFP. Doesn't receive any benefit for us. A couple of days ago, we had 4 right-backs. We've lost Manquillo. He's signing for Celta Vigo. If we lose Trippier now, we'd have 2. Kraft and Livramento. So, and I'm fine with that. I think Livramento perfect. And that's why I can understand this deal. And I said it yesterday. I can understand this deal, why it would happen. We've got Tino there. We've paid all the money for him. Trippier's 34 this year. Might want to cash in on him. I'm all right with it. I'm honestly not. I'm gutted in the sense, you know, you start having that love affair for players. You start really appreciating them. You start wanting them to do well. You have that connection with them. Trippier, the first signing since the takeover. Vice captain, captain, whatever you want to call him. Brilliant. You know what I mean? He's been amazing. But he's dipping form lately. The age. Tino's there. We desperately need a midfielder. And for FFP, if we have to sell him, it's not the end of the world for me. I'd rather lose Trippier than Bruno, Isak, or anyone else. But the thing that just doesn't really make sense is, how helpful is this going to be? How helpful is this going to be for FFP because we're not going to get much for him. Bayern were trying to get him on loan. Never ever going to happen in a million years, that. Bayern trying to get him on loan. Be interesting to see what they've came back with now, what the next offer will be. As, you know, Munich will be fancying themselves now that Trippier has said that he wants to move, and that is according to everybody. Romano knows the transfers inside out. Sky Sports, The Guardian, every bloody paper is saying it, right? So before people say in the comments, where's he saying that he wants to leave? These have the best sources in the world, and they know that this is what's being said. And if the club have indicated that, you know what I mean, that they don't want to sell him though, obviously, like I said, approach today has been rejected by Newcastle United from Bayern Munich for Kieran Trippier. We have denied that. We've said no, not interested in selling one of our best players, one of our starters, our captain, when obviously Lascelles doesn't play, not interested in letting him go in January. But that hasn't stopped Bayern, and that hasn't stopped Kieran from thinking, tell you what, I'm 34 this year. I've got a chance to go to the German Giants, Bayern Munich, one of the favourites to win the Champions League this year. Spraying crosses into my best pal Harry Kane. England teammates are there, Dyer and that, you know what I mean? A few stains. I enjoyed Dusseldorf. Let's go back. I mean, that's how he's fancying it. Trippier fancies the move. And I've seen everyone, like I said at the start of the video, and having the little mini jokey rant where, you know, he's saying, oh, he's not going to move there because that's the reason he moved back from Spain and all that. Well, at the same time, things haven't been going well in his personal life, have they? With the reports led to believe that. And he's probably thinking, and if he is going to stick with his family and stuff, they might be thinking fresh start over there in Germany. You know what I mean? So I think he's probably looking at that thinking, right, I've had 2 years at Newcastle now, we've just got in the Champions League, we're not going to get there next season, we are in the FA Cup, yeah, how's that going to go? But literally he could go to Germany, win the Bundesliga, have that on his CV, potentially win the Champions League, and have a couple of years there, and then drift off into the Saudi sunset or the American sunset and make a few more million. So it wouldn't surprise us at all. It's not surprising that he does fancy the move. It really isn't. Trippier wants that move, but Bayern and Newcastle can't reach an agreement, whether that's on the loan or the permanent. Just check your watch because there's constant updates going on as we speak. So it looks like this one isn't going anywhere, and Bayern are really going to step up the pursuit of signing Trippier this window. So that's a big one to watch out for. I get the people that are really upset by it or gutted by it because it's Trippier and he's starting and he was captain and he's set pieces and everything. And me too, I'm gutted. I don't want to lose Trippier. But at the same time, if I'm thinking, if we lose Trippier, we've got Tino to come in, and that means we can then buy a midfielder, which we need more than anything right now, alongside a right winger, a striker, a goalkeeper. Then, yeah, all right, I'll take it. Honestly, I will, I'll take it. And it's not just because the dip in form is in the memory that he's been going through lately. It's just, it kind of makes sense. If he's 34 this year, what are you going to get out of him? Another good year, 2 max? I don't know. I'm not totally against this. I'm quite shocked by it, and I'm quite gutted by it. And I'm quite gutted about Trips' attitude to it. If it is led to believe true that he wants this move and he's like, fuck, God, get me there. He seems well up for it, doesn't he? Dead keen, wants to go there straight away. So that's a bit of a shit out, to be honest. I'm a bit disappointed in Trippier for that. Loved him for coming here, believing in the project, but first time someone comes in for him, see you later, he's out there, or Wiedersehen. So that one's a bit mad. So, but at the same time, Bayern are trying. And Newcastle are wanting to keep him. Newcastle want to keep Trippier, but if Trippier's saying he fancies the move, Newcastle need that FFP money and stuff, then you could see a deal being reached probably, I think. And Bayern look like they want to get this one done quickly. So for me, everyone's saying Trippier's head's been turned. The club will be looking at that now. Do you want to keep a player that's wanting to move, basically? No, definitely not. Where his head hasn't been in the game for a couple of months now either. You know, when you think about Chelsea, Everton away, things like that. So out of that, it's an interesting one. Definitely, obviously, no go for a loan. What we're going to get fee-wise, probably not much. We paid 12 million for him a couple of years ago. Can we try and get at least 10? And even then, I know obviously he's on big wages. Trippier, one of the highest earners at the club, on £120,000, £130,000 a week. So get him off there. That's a result. But listen, on a Saturday, the talks are, well, they were ongoing between Bayern and the Toon, but now Newcastle have rejected an approach. He said he's not going anywhere. But Trippier's head's been turned. Bayern will come back in. Maybe this will get done. Interesting. Honestly, on 50-50 for me, like I said, I'd love to keep Trippier, brilliant. If we let him go, fine. Got Tino there. Most important thing is for me, obviously, it's not make Ashley, and we better bloody sign someone if we do let him go, which I'm sure I will. And that will be the key for me. Getting in a midfielder, getting someone else in. With Trippier did leave. But it's mad, it's developing fast. Everyone's talking about it. Romano, Sky Sports, all saying Trippier wants to move. And we'll wait and see how this plays out next. Stay tuned. Subscribe to Magpie Channel TV for all your updates. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.